Welcome to the Top Gun Show, where I bring you new providers, new technologies, and introduce you to the best professionals in the entire industry, all so you can make informed decisions. Today, I'd like to welcome back my good friend, Jay McBain, the Chief Analyst for Canalys. Jay has a great vision of the buyer, their habits, and what's important to them. Jay is recognized as an expert in the future of channels, alliances, partnering ecosystems, and the study of emerging go-to-market models. Jay, welcome back to the Top Gun Show.
Hey, thank you so much for having me back. It's my favorite show, and I wake up every morning to coffee in my Top Gun Show mug. It's fantastic.
You know, life doesn't get any better than that. You know you've arrived when that happens.
It really was that. It really was that moment in my career that I said that it all came to this moment.
Dude, I love you. It's great. Okay. Well, you know what? There are so many questions that I want to ask you, but we only have a few minutes. This is the point in time when I interview somebody like you that I want to change my format to a Joe Rogan experience and have 3.5 hours just to pick your brain. But we're not going to do that. We're going to start by talking about what you think the major shifts are that are occurring in the indirect sales channel. So why don't you start with that? Talk about the major shifts.
Yeah, there's a number of things going on at once. One is that the majority buyer in the entire tech and telco industry globally is now born after 1982. We've been predicting this demographic shift for about 7 years now, and it's now here. New buyer that's digital first, digital only. 75% of this buyer doesn't want to talk to a human. Driving subscription consumption models, love digital marketplaces. Their criteria is integration first, which is a very different criteria than baby boomers or Gen X would have. That's driving a lot of change. Number two, there's a different platform economy that our vendors and large players in this industry, in each category, in each hardware, software, services category, companies are driving this moment. Every time you go to Vegas, you see the sphere, somebody rents it out and puts the word platform on it. The good news about us in the partnering world is that platform is synonymous with partnering. Building those tech integrations for this new buyer, the services and channel partnerships for the 7 on average partners that surround every customer, all of the alliances that we need to create with the hyperscalers, with the big telco providers, with the big cybersecurity providers, the big SaaS providers. This platform economy is all around as well selling. The go-to-market, the co-selling, the co-marketing, co-innovation, co-development, co-creation, and then every 30 days forever, the co-keeping. So all of the structure now of what success is in Wall Street and the companies that achieve trillion-dollar valuations, it's all in our swim lane now.
Yeah, that's a little bit scary and very exciting as well at the same time. So that's pretty cool, man. You said 75% born 1982 or later?
Yeah, don't want to talk to a human.
Yeah,
so think about how they move through 28 moments before they make a purchase. When they buy a car, they buy a mattress, they buy $1 million worth of software. This considered purchase journey is very much digital. I haven't mentioned AI yet. I did that on purpose, but AI is driving a ton of change in terms of how the industry looks at itself. This industry went through a client-server era starting August 12, 1981, starting with the PC, then went through a 20-year cloud era, and now we're moving through the beginning moments of a 20-year AI era. And it changes a lot about partnering. It changes the economics of partnering. And that's what we're living in the middle of right now, is these changes for that next generation.
Yeah, I mean, that was my next question. I read somewhere where you called agentic AI the largest growth opportunity in the entire technology industry for us partners in the next 3 to 5 years. You touched on that, but you got more to that?
Yeah, well, let's put the numbers to it. Today's industry, if you add up all tech and telco around the world, every buyer, every industry, every country, it is $5.3 trillion with a T. And that took about 50 years to build. That's all the hardware, it's all the software, it's all the services, telco services. But when you think about AI, for example, Microsoft publishes a number of 6.5 trillion build out of AI. And that's not their TAM, it's the ecosystem, including all partners, services, etc. OpenAI goes a step further, which just released their own ChatGPT version 5 this week, they've gone on and said that it's a $7 trillion build out. When you go listen to all the government announcements around the world, you listen to the Magnificent Seven's earning reports the last couple of weeks, you go look at the Fortune 500 R&D budgets, we've already built out and raised $2.5 trillion to build out this next era. And that, is bigger than our entire industry it is today, which took 50 years to build. And this money is flowing. We just have to figure out as partners, we have to figure out as people in the ecosystem, how we can build our own $1 million business models and parts of our business, to go and take advantage of that.
Yeah. Wow, that's it. Again, very exciting times. Now, the last question I have for you, you've been beating the drums in support of the subscription commerce model, consumption model for, I don't know, quite a few years now. I've heard you talk about that. Give us an update on that.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's flowing, right? We used to have traditional billing. We knew a lot about that in the 80s or 90s. In about 1999, Salesforce kicked off software as a service, which was the subscription model, every 30 days forever. So even if you did win a deal, you've really only won the first 30 days with the customer. Then you have to renew them and upsell and cross-sell and enrich them every 30 days forever. About 12 years later, we got the consumption model introduced by AWS and now Microsoft and Google and everyone else running these hyperscaler consumption models that looks a lot more like telco. Well, today we have in agentic AI, micro consumption. So it's going to start charging $1 or $2 per thing, per outcome. And that's very different than the channel has ever seen, because it will be billed digitally. It will be the economics of how that's all going to work are going to look very different than subscription consumption or traditional billing models of the past. So it's just another one of those big things that are happening at once. And again, we have to figure out how we make money and how we can, take those opportunities, draft off of them, and create these new opportunities around customers and the demand they have before, during, and after the transaction.
Yeah. Wow. Well, again, only for you would I change to the Joe Rogan type of format, because I feel like you're just reading the intro to a lot of meat and potatoes, and but I'll tell you what, if anyone wants more information from Jay, go to his LinkedIn profile. It's rich in information. Grab your Top Gun Show coffee mug, get a cup of coffee, go to Jay's profile and find out where he's speaking next at an event near you, and if he's coming within a half a continent of you, get on a plane and get there and listen to this guy and do whatever he says. Just he will tell you, like Wayne Gretzky, where the puck is going to be headed. And we need to listen to you a little bit more, Jay. Thank you for giving the Top Gun Show some street cred, spending time with me on the show today, man. I appreciate it.
And thank you for the Canadian reference.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thanks for watching, everybody.